Hello everyone, and welcome to the Monaco Grand Prix. So this is of course then race day for AOR, Apex Online Racing, League Racing. You will have hopefully already seen the qualifying lap that I did, pretty poor one, and luckily not to be further back to be honest with you, but back in 5th then for the start. Not an ideal starting position for Monaco at all, wanted to be at least be on the front row of the grid. That's that mouthful done, and we're on the starting grid already then, so we've got 2 lights, 3 lights, we're in lead I believe right now. We're going to go to Rich, 4 lights, 5 lights, and straight away they're out an absolute full force start for this track. Shifting up to second very early because it's a very short gearish. Now be very cautious on the start here. Don't want to be causing any crashes. I'd rather just get through the first corner without causing any crashes. Luckily Jem is just ahead of me there because he's hit me off a couple of times in the first corner to be honest with you. But a little bit of contact there. Looks like Jem's running out the outside wall. More contact. She's to hang back and hope they cause something serious. But it's still side by side. And again, I don't want to be diving inside there and taking anyone out. I don't want to be getting a penalty on this track if I can help it. Very, very easily done. Just nudging Christian there. Once again, nudged in there. Probably more lag than anything. But just trying to get through as we hear a front wing crash behind us there. And looks like we got a bit of a gap then. There was a bit of an incident there in that hairpin. And luckily, well, luckily for me, Jack First is the one that's directly behind him. He has actually lost his front wing. So I hope she should gain some more time. But Christian there looks like the inside of Jem. And there was me to close right up by just staying on the racing line for me and braking very, very late indeed. And through this corner now, absolutely flat pretty much in quali. Not quite flat, but just smallest of lifts. Not quite that at the beginning of this race. And Christian goes deep there, but doesn't really lose anything because of it. You've got away with that one. Sometimes that polar can make you jump into the barriers. You've got to be a little bit careful. The 2.5 seconds of Jack First behind already then, so that's good to have a little bit of gap there. Don't have to worry about the car behind. Got some curves going to go to Rich as well, but not going to be close enough, I wouldn't imagine. And indeed I'm not. Christian's running lower wings than me, I think. Nailing the first corner nicely there. So see if we can get somewhere near Christian then. Just look and overtake, but overtaking is so tricky in Monaco. I'm not really looking for a move just yet unless he makes a mistake. But at the moment I know Christian's so fast that me and him are very, very similar pace usually, so I'm not like I said, not looking for too much. He's gone a little bit deep there, but this is not an overtaking opportunity. Just keep it nice and tidy, keep it nice and close. And oh, he's disconnected there. And wow, well there we go then. Christian's out of the equation. That puts me up to 4th position, so it's a free position. That's certainly what I need at Monaco, particularly one of my championship rivals. I haven't mentioned as well, I forgot that Kifla did not race on this track, basically because he's slow. He told me that he's in the, I think he's in the 11s in practice. So yeah, that's why he won't race. So that's his choice, I suppose. But it certainly helps me in the championship. So hoping for some solid points here now. Both of my championship contenders are out of this race. I should be able to get into the lead of the championship and go from there really. So yeah, we'll see what we can do then. A little bit deep there, but we'll manage to just get so down. Just less than a second from Jem ahead now then. And it says second there, but of course, but I've managed to close up in the final sector. I'm pretty sure of it. And we'll get a gap in just a second. And there we go, just 6/10 of a second then. And now come up the hill now. We will skip ahead then from lap 3 to lap 4 only. So it's only, what, a lap and a half we've skipped there. Still managed to stick nice and close to Jem. Uma's managed to get away a little bit in the lead there, but not by much. I've got a little bit wide. Oh, we lost a bit of a front wing. Did not want to be doing that. It's not the end of the world. I'm just going to have less downforce now. We'll be slower. And I've just discovered as well I've got -1 of fuel. So double bad news for me there, but that was just poor judgment. Just got a little bit of wheel spin on the exit there and just pushed me wide out into the barrier. So not great at all. 1.3 already to Jem then, so that's instantly lost me some time. And well, I just need to push now and see if I can minimise the time lost. But it costs you so much in Monaco because you just constantly, you really need a strong front end. You're constantly losing front end grip. It's not great at all. And 1.4 already then, so I've lost another 10th of that final set. You can see their first corner just struggling, trying to get it slowed down, trying to get a bit of grip out of it. Let's skip ahead now to lap 11, and it's 2.3 seconds. Firkin, Jem has managed to get past Firkin, but I believe he has also got a damaged wing, so I'm not done too bad. And everyone's boxing, so I'm going to box as well. And did you even box? You must have boxed as well. So everyone in the pit lane then. And of course I would have a very slow stop because that front wing change, which you can just see in the background there. 5.5 seconds then, so I lost that 2.5 seconds, so it looks like I would have been ahead of at least Firkin. If not Jem, to be honest with you, because I was close to him coming to the pits. He was in the end, one just ahead coming to the pits. Someone's going along there, that's the Ferrari, that's my teammate. Then is amusing, I just managed to get past that. So as you come on the first corner, then a little bit of a gap to Firkin, but that's not too bad considering I lost my front wing. Could be worse, just need to try and keep it tied down. I managed to close it up to Firkin then. And that is just the end of that lap we just saw. So we've not actually skipped any laps. We've skipped about half a lap. A little look at the inside of Firkin there. But I think Relay's actually on primes as well, and on options. So interesting call from Firkin there, or interesting call from me really. But that's my plan. It's a 2-stop race. Just to go option prime. It's fucking has a little look at is moving ahead there. And they're very, very close. I'll talk about my strategy in just a minute because at the moment it's very, very close ahead. And look at that, they're side by side. Are they just about? Focus trying on the outside of Is It Musing ahead. But bit of contact there. I think they both end up in the barrier. And that was so. I had to get off the throttle. They get the brakes. But just going right now. I try to go through. And no, lost my front wing completely. Firkin's gone all the way around. And my teammate, thinks about letting me go there. But almost pushes me in the barrier instead. And, wow. Well, there we go. That's my race safely ruined. Completely lost my front wing. I would argue that was my fault. Well, it wasn't my fault. Then to crashed ahead, but I got a little bit impatient. I should have waited, possibly, and then tried to sneak through. Just managed to get through that with no front wing. Still going to brake very early this corner, and I still can't get it slowed down for the corner. No way that's going to happen. But yeah, that was just me being impatient. Like I said, I was quite close to them. Not a lot I could have done anyway, but I was just so close to them, and I just tried to nip through while they were running wide. And it just didn't quite work. And if I was more patient, perhaps it would have spun anyway, and I'd have been ahead of both of them. But I was going to block the track, so bit of bad luck there, really, more than anything. So very, very disappointing. I've only just pit as well, so it's the worst possible time. Just before the pit stop is ideal. Just after pit stop's worst case scenario, and there's no way we're going to get to the end on this set of primes. But we have to pit again, so I am going to be a pit stop down on everyone. And look at that, back down to 9th position. There's another car coming along, so that'll be me in 10th position. That's Mini Black just coming down now. But make for an eventful race, just like Spain. I'm going to try and fight for the field. Then I felt like I had a good pace here as well. Felt like I had the leader's pace. So disappointing, but right down in 10th of 11. KLA is the only one behind me, and he's quite a way behind as well. So he's obviously not had a great start either. So well, look at that huge gap. Just that little pack there. Look at the size of that gap. Huge, huge gap. So just going to push it now then, really, really pushing. I believe I'm faster than most of the guys ahead, perhaps not the leading pack, but other than that, I think I'm faster. Hopefully Firkin, his instance there won't be great as well, but I managed to catch the Mini Black then. That was lap 12, was it? I boxed on. No, lap 13 I think it was. So it's 2 laps later, I managed to catch Mini Black then. So I am quite substantially faster than him. I think I'm about a second lap faster than him so far, if not a bit more. Nice and close, trying to get a good exit here for the tunnel, which I've managed to do. Look at this, nice and close. I should be able to get him now into this tunnel. And going to use some curves. He's going to stay wide, so I'm going to use some curve straight goes outside here, braking very, very late. Here we go. And no, he's just pushed us both across the runoff there. I will let him back through. Can't take the position that way. And we'll try again then. And I believe he said on his screen I was actually pushing him there. You saw visually I wasn't nowhere near him, but again, look how much I close up to him on that braking zone there. And look at this. I have a little look was inside, but I know that's not a great move. But I have a second thought about it when he leaves a bit of room, but no. Jack first boxes ahead there, so that gives another position to me. So up to P8 now as it stands. That will be P7 very, very soon. Got DRS now. Hopefully I can have a look at the inside here, but it's very dodgy. This is the inside here. We get locked the brakes, and that's exactly what I've done. Just about managed to avoid the barrier. And luckily, I was already ahead of Mini Black there, because there was no way, if he was side by side with me there, there's no way I could have given room there. So I did brake early up the inside as well, and it's just such an up. There's that big bump, which is even bigger on the inside, and almost like we was went into the barrier, but got away with that there. So that's the position me around that 11.5 to Granu. That's for P6 then. So we're already reasonably in the points. And we skip ahead then. About 5 laps was it or so? Something like that. And we're up to Granu then, so I'm well over a second faster than him, aren't I? So I should better get him as well relatively soon. And I want to P5 then, but that's, I think, a few people behind me have pit, so I'm just going to push now and see what I can do. Get it also down. He's very slow there, and I couldn't quite make the most of it though, because that's a chicane. Again, similar sort of thing. Look at the inside. Don't know if that's going to happen, but now I'm going to go with the outside, get a better run on him. Going to have a look at the inside for his final corner then, but he turns out on me, and he goes into the barrier, and another incident. I'm lucky enough to damage our wing there, but Granu's lost his wing, and I got a penalty, so I'll carry on. But well, I got DRS, but that was just a poor move by me. 7.6 to Firkin ahead, but there's no getting around it. That was just a poor move by me. I think it was a legit move. I was halfway alongside him there when he turned in. I think I did deserve a bit of room, but everyone knows that isn't an overtaking position. But I've just ran wide there and lost a bit of my front wing again. That is not what I need to be doing. And, well, that's disappointing. Up to P4 as well I was. I do have to pit at the end, but I had a pretty good gap to the cars behind, but I think I will box his lap. I think I was planning to box his lap as well, so it's just going to cost me a couple of seconds in the pits, nothing more really. And it looks like I had a nice big gap to the cars behind, so I might still get out ahead, okay. But it's going to make it a hell of a lot tighter. I'm going to go for options. And the thinking behind that was that when I was behind Granu, I was thinking if I can get him very soon, I'll stay out for another couple of laps, which is exactly what I did. If I can't get past him, I will box, and then just I got up inside there. I got a bit desperate perhaps and just tried to get past him. And there we go. There's a car coming down the pits now, though, but looks like we'll stay ahead of him. That's my teammate. He's amusing. I should be quite comfortably ahead of him. And yeah, well, I say comfortably, it's about maybe a second. So just enough. So a little bit lucky there to stay ahead of him with my front wing damage. But there we go, up to officially P4 now then. So what a drive there to come out through. That was not much overtaking. One or two moves, not really much, but just pushing like hell and people pitting. Whether they had incidents or not, I'm not too sure. But pushing that was worked. And Firkins managed to destroy his vehicle. You can see the white car on the minimap just after the chicane. So that's how far ahead he was at me. He was, of course, the car that spun with that incident I had. Not Granny, the other one. So at this point, there could be a safety car as well. Often you do get a safety car when someone's forgotten. There we go. Safety car is indeed deployed. And quite bad time for me, to be honest with you, because I've only just pit. But I will stay out and no point pitting again. But that will probably help me. Not only to save fuel, you see me straight away short shift in there. Help me to save fuel and also to save my tyres, because I was going to struggle to make it to the end. And I was mentioning my strategy there, so my thing was, I thought I was going to end up behind these cars, just behind me now. So I was thinking use options to try and get past them and then just hold the tyres till the end. But if I knew I was going to be ahead, I definitely would put on a set of primes just to make sure I get it to the end nice and comfortably. But I'm stretching it a bit, trying to get these options to the end, so I'm going to take it very easy under the safety car. And it's actually 3 laps later. I was 44 seconds behind Uma ahead, and I'm up to third then, of course, since Firkin crashed. I'm back on the podium. And that flashing means the safety car, I think means it'll pit this lap. And it does indeed pit this lap. And look at the gap to the car behind. Don't think I've got that 10-second penalty. So hopefully I can keep the 10-second gap to F1 DJ behind. And yeah, so then that will, of course, mean I won't lose any positions. I can stay on the podium. That is my objective now. I want to get on with it, because I've still got a bit of a gap to F1 DJ's closing all the while. And we are go then. And there's a lap car in there. Unfortunately, that's Granu. I did apologise over TeamSpeak. I felt so bad for him. He was having a pretty good race up in, what was it, 5th? And just, yeah, took him out really. He cuts across first corner there, fair play to him, just getting out of the way. And I think I said sorry again here. I just felt so bad, just lapping him there. After I was the one that caused him to have an incident. But nice and close to Uma, and unless he gives it to me, I'm not interested in making a move on Uma at all. If I'm battling with Uma, we'll both be slow, and I won't be able to get a 10-second gap to F1 DJ behind. So I'm just going to let him go. Unless he makes a big mistake and lets me past, I'm not interested in getting second. I'm happy with third, considering this race. So I'm just going to let him get on with it, even though he's on the slower tyre. Let him get on with it. I need to conserve tyres, of course, as well. So this is the first time, I believe, that I've given up on a position, given up on a race 9 laps before the end. Normally I never give up, but at this point I'm just happy with you know, considering I was down in, was it 10th? 10th at one point, having lost my wing completely and had to make an extra pit stop up to 3rd again. I could not be happy with that. So I will quite happily just stick here, but I do need to get a 10-second gap to F1 DJ, but then behind. And I think I am faster than Uma, because he's on a slower tyre, and Gem in the lead there, so I managed to put out a nice big gap. I think he's on options as well. So fair play to him, and it's 5.3 seconds, and so I need to double that gap in 9 laps. Plenty of time to do it, but I need to be about half a second lap quicker than him, something like that. And Uma ahead then, again, little gap there, but that's good. I don't want to battle him at all, and Gem's done a fast other ways there, so good restart by him. And look at that, we skip ahead then to the final lap, 13 seconds to F1 DJ, then not a lot happened. I stuck with the Uma for a bit, and then my tyres started to go off. You can see on the right hand side there, they're quite warm. So the tyres started to go off, and he started to get away, and that was that. But I've managed to, my strategy obviously worked by not trying to attack Uma, and I've managed to get a 10-second gap to F1 DJ then. So that will be, providing I can hold it, but 3 seconds in a lap. I'll be amazed if we can get that, even if he has less tyre wear. So that'll be 3rd position then, pretty much in the bag. So what a recovery from being 10th and losing my wing. And pretty poor race by my standards once again. I mean, I think I could have at least been battling with these guys ahead. I definitely had their pace. So really disappointed there, to be honest with you, to be where I was. I'm usually strong at Monaco. I'm usually consistent at Monaco as well. I don't lose any wings, but I managed to lose 2 wings. Oh, 3 wings actually, wasn't it? 3 wings. One really not through any fault of my own, but the other 2 were my fault. So really poor race by my standards. I practiced quite a bit as well. I was happy with my level of practice. I felt confident on the pace, but just didn't ever quite came together. But like I said, very, very happy to recover 3rd place from that. And here we go then. We are indeed still 13 seconds to F1 DJ behind then. And there we go. That is the win. Now I'll show you this results table, because look, I am actually down in 6th position. That's because Granu the nard for a while and then decided to actually appeal that move I defended it, sort of saying that actually, I feel like I deserved a bit of room. That was halfway up his inside, but they sided with him, which is fair enough. I'm not going to argue that. So, unfortunately, another 10 seconds added to my time to make a 20-second penalty. That puts me right down in 6th position, 25.9 seconds off the lead. And a bit disappointed there to lose 3 positions, wasn't it, because of that penalty? But not going to complain too much. That definitely was my fault. That's what it does then for the table. And I've managed to move ahead of Kifla once again then, but only by 5 points. It was 12 points, I believe, without that penalty. But with that penalty being applied, the extra penalty, it is unfortunately 5 points only. But still, though, having taken a lead, I know I'm quite weak at the first part of the season, so having taken a lead from the first 6 races, I'll take that. Hopefully I'll be stronger at Silverstone, but again, it's not my favourite circuit. Germany I quite enjoy, Hungary not so much. After that I quite enjoy the rest of the circuits, so if I can hold on to the lead after, say, Hungary, I'll be much more confident being able to stay in front. But we know Kifla is very, very strong indeed, so we'll see how it goes in Silverstone then, hoping to beat at least Kifla and hopefully Christian as well. Thanks for watching, bye bye.